He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be silent like base hitters. Them other fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven on earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think I'm better than men, and I won't tell if you don't. A dog on me.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second and 10. Throwing is Ward. That's complete to DK. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Ward. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cougar 19, Warrior 70.
Here's Ward. Completes it to Hardman. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check off. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. looking to put a drive together. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. There goes a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 74 yards. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Swinging this out for Pollard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 37-yard line.
Ward. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Play action. It's Ward. Catch is made by Harry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain at 21 yards. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Pass on, lady.
Throwing now, Ward. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Ward. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. To throw is Nix. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Throwing Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Nick's going to give to Harvey. And able to use his blockers to get this out over the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Two yards to go, 2nd down. Again, it's Harvey. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Nix. That is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Working out of the gun is Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. 1st catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
That's good from Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 of the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Here we go. 18. Gotta be lying.
To throw, here's Ward. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Nix. Buying time to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Nix to the air. That's to the running back, R.J. Harvey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's first and 10. Now it's Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And it's no good. Lutz pulled it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On the go. Ready? Cougar 19.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man, a Concord. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. On play action, Ward. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now third down and very long.
Come on. Hey. 60 Bobcats.
From the gun, here's Ward. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
A give to Pollard running left. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
79 Broncos.
Throwing is Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is taken at the 18. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good, hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 6-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and get a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. He gets this into the hands of Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Ward. The Cockrell holds it in left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
The 26-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
Ward. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Off the bootleg, Ward. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard.
They'll run here with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was taken down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that is incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Ward. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Okay, ready?
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Throwing now, Ward. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down to the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Ready?
Now Ward. That's complete to DK. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Crack all 80, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 20-yard line.
18 level, 18 Ringo.
Back to throw. Moore. Throwing left side, it's complete. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Ward, 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John A. Barron. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll wind up being the net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves. Nineteen tight.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
19 tight.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets.